Uncovering the British Intelligence Services. When we think of British intelligence, most of us immediately picture MI5 and MI6, the two iconic agencies seen in movies and television shows. But did you know that these organizations are part of a much larger historical network, originally known as M.I.1 through M.I.5? These numbered military intelligence departments each had a unique role to play, shaping British defense during some of the most critical periods in modern history. To understand the origins of MI1 through MI5, we need to travel back to World War I. In 1914, Britain found itself in desperate need of a more organized intelligence network. As war engulfed Europe, it became clear that gathering and analyzing intelligence, whether intercepting enemy communications or interpreting aerial reconnaissance, was essential for success. Thus, the British Army reorganized its intelligence structure, leading to the creation of various numbered departments known as Military Intelligence, or MI. Each MI had a specific purpose, allowing the British government to divide its resources and personnel based on different forms of intelligence collection. Let's break down the original roles of MI1 through MI5 and explore how they evolved over time. MI1 was the branch responsible for code-breaking and communications intelligence. During World War I, intercepting enemy messages was crucial, but deciphering them was even more important. MI1 took on this critical task. After the war, its role expanded, and during World War II, many of its functions were transferred to Bletchley Park, where the famous codebreakers, including Alan Turing, helped crack the German Enigma code. Today, the modern equivalent of MI1's work continues under the Government Communications Headquarters, or GCHQ, the UK's primary signals intelligence agency. MI2 focused on intelligence in the Americas, as well as countries like Russia and Scandinavia. This department worked closely with embassies, diplomats, and foreign agents to gather intelligence related to political and military developments in these regions. As the need for specific geographical intelligence faded with evolving global relations, MI2's responsibilities were gradually absorbed by other departments, making it one of the more short-lived ministries. MI3 had a similarly focused role, covering Eastern Europe and the Balkans. In the turbulent periods before and during the two world wars, this region was a hotspot of political instability, requiring close monitoring. MI3's role was critical in understanding the movements of both allies and enemies within this area, providing vital information to British forces. Over time, MI3's tasks were redistributed as global intelligence needs shifted, and many of its duties were folded into other intelligence agencies. MI4 had a completely different focus: aerial reconnaissance. In the early 20th century, the use of planes for intelligence gathering was groundbreaking. During World War I and later World War II, MI4 was responsible for interpreting aerial photographs and providing intelligence on enemy troop movements, fortifications, and terrain. As air warfare evolved, and the Royal Air Force, RAF, took on more responsibility for reconnaissance, MI4's functions were gradually integrated into the RAF's own intelligence structure. Today, much of what MI4 did is handled by specialized units within the military. Finally, we arrive at MI5, the most famous of these ministries alongside MI6. Unlike the others, MI5's role was, and remains, focused on domestic counterintelligence and national security. Established in 1909, MI5's initial mission was to counter German espionage within the UK. Throughout the 20th century, MI5 expanded its focus to include countering espionage from the Soviet Union during the Cold War, combating terrorism, and ensuring the safety of British citizens against a wide range of internal threats. Today, MI5 plays a critical role in the fight against terrorism, cybercrime, and protecting the UK from espionage by foreign powers. While much of its work is secretive, the agency often releases public updates on national security threats. You may be wondering, where does MI6 fit into all of this? MI6, also known as the Secret Intelligence Service, SIS, operates separately from the M.I.1 MI5 system. MI6 is responsible for foreign intelligence gathering, working outside the UK to collect and analyze information that helps protect British interests abroad. The work of MI5 and MI6 often overlaps, but while MI5 focuses on internal threats, MI6 is all about global intelligence. Over time, MI1 through MI4 gradually faded as British intelligence restructured and modernized to meet new global challenges. However, their legacy lives on. MI5 continues to protect the UK from internal threats, while GCHQ carries on the groundbreaking work of MI1 in code breaking and signals intelligence. The numbered MI agencies may no longer exist in their original forms, but their work laid the foundation for the sophisticated intelligence networks Britain relies on today. The story of MI1 to MI5 is more than just a history of agencies. It's the history of how Britain adapted to the ever-changing nature of global conflict and espionage. These intelligence branches were crucial in both world wars, and their influence continues to shape modern security strategies. The work may be hidden in the shadows, but its impact is felt around the world. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell for more deep dives into history's secret world.